All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday. It's halfway through the week. It is a beginning of June, still 6/11, June 11th, 2025. This is Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. Central Time, as usual. This is going to be a fun one. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. If you would, hit that like button, share it out, tag some friends, all that good stuff. And we will be right back after a short intro video that will give me some time to get those notifications out there. So I hope you'll help me out with that. Let's grow.
When the indoor farmer has a tale to tell, under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's bought. We grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for our communal time. With Waylon, we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time. We'll live and we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Join Waylon for our journey so fine. Learning, laughing, and sometimes sad, but always together from the good to the bad. He speaks of the benefits, the pros and the cons of the plant that has helped him feel less withdrawn. With guests from all walks, stories to share, Waylon makes sure that no one feels like they're there alone. So come every Wednesday, find your place in his light, where Waylon, the indoor farmer, invites you to grow not just plants, but your soul, your mind, in a world where together we're truly aligned. Tune in, grow with us, let's expand our view on We Grow Wednesday with Waylon. It's true.
Waylon, the indoor farmer, has a tale to tell. Under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's bought. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear.
When
Watch, don't walk over the edge, my dude. What, you want a piece of this? I don't know. I don't know. Can dogs have broccoli? Here. Sorry, you lost it. You lost it. It's my. All right. Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday, guys. June 11th, 2025. Let's go. I see Big Mikey in the house on the Rumble. If you could, hit those like buttons, hit those reshares, all that good stuff, everybody. Let's get in the house and check out what's growing on in the world. Send me a picture if you have something growing on, something, a project, not necessarily just plant related, DIY related. Send it in. We'll check it out here in a little bit. Um, we've had a pretty good week so far. Been getting things done here. Summertime. Got my son here with me, getting things done outside. The lawn's looking pristine. Hope everybody's having a decent week, and if not, I hope you are getting through it. There's a lot of turmoil going on in the world. There's a lot of stories we're going to look at today. The fires in Canada. We're going to check out this what I have in the headlines here. I saw a story directly from RFK Jr. says, "Dear Americans, today, all 17 members of the Federal Vaccine Advisory Panel were removed." So we're going to check that out. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. So comment below if you think you have some information. Crime Stoppers is looking on. If you guys have information on what's growing on with our food, with our health, our wellness, hit me up in the DMs or say something in the comments. We'll get into it. I do have our usual suspects we're going to go and look at, the websites we check out a typical Wednesday. So we'll do that. But then we also have our number. Oh, what are you doing there, Sprout? Get your foot off of my phone. Thank you. Thank you very much. He's a lively one today, guys. See, I try to tell people like he's not actually just docile. He doesn't just sit there and do nothing. Most of the time, he's more like this. So I have posted a couple things today on my Facebook too that we're going to look at. I guess they're trying to ban this remineralizing gum. This gum that's supposed to be really good for your teeth. People think it's going to cure their cavities, but it's something that you have to do over a long period of time. We're going to check that out because I didn't know they were already trying to ban it. I don't know if dentists are against it or what it is. We're going to check that out. Let's see what Mikey's saying here. Fixing to go roll hay. Oh, nice. 40 acres. It's a lot of hay. I'm not like, that's a machine that you use, right? Oh yeah, he's a bat dog. His sister though is a freaking Tasmanian devil. I tell you what, his sister is like Wolverine's daughter, in the movie, like with feet and hands, claws. Anyway, dentist said no cavities here. LL dentist. Well, I mean that's what I mean. Like it wouldn't take away dentists. There's still a lot of work that people need on their teeth, but being able to cut out some of that maintenance stuff by having people chew this gum, um, that would be kind of an interesting dynamic. Like free the dentist up to be able to do more in more extensive things like a tooth being knocked out or um, having some other issue with your teeth nerves and stuff like that. All a plethora of things that can be done in the mouth. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, let's pull up some stuff here. Let me pull it up here. We're gonna pull up the tunes. We're gonna get going. We want to do the door prize as well. I guess I'll put up the banner. It seems to help the Facebookers. I mean, those of you watching on Rumble are like probably snicker at times when you see what I have to do in order to entice the Facebookers to just come and hang out. I end up with triple the viewers on Rumble when I have a tenth of the following on Rumble. It's pretty funny, but we're not gonna not going to dwell on it. We're going to play some tunes and we're going to get on it with Mikey. If you want to come up, man, you're welcome. Actually, what I was going to do, I was going to try something different this time. You just happen to be the only one here commenting at the moment. I was going to invite people up, come and hang out with me as we check out some of these stories and maybe input your opinions on what we're seeing happening these days. We go to the foodandwine.com and check out some stuff with our food, and that's more of a fun website that you kind of just see some interesting dishes and food gossip, I guess. But we typically try to get into some of the serious stuff too, and that's what I want to see with this RFK thing. All right, so I put the link in Rumble. I guess I'll throw the link over here on Facebook as well. If anybody, already in the house. Boom. Already in the house. Give me a second, Mike. You'll be on. Hear you now, though. Hey, Donnie, James, hello, guys. Come on in. Let me put up this banner. I just hear this like air. Sounds like Darth Vader going on back there. Let me pull up some music and then I'll pull you up here.
Alright, I got the air conditioner turned off. It's over my
Oh wait,
shoulder.
I can't do that. Can't do that. It's okay. It wasn't that loud. It was just like that's the only note. That's the only sound I could hear.
But yeah, that's the
It
only
made it
thing
sound
we
like.
know, so it's going to be prominent.
They used to call me AC because my voice is monotone and I have to fight for airtime over the air conditioning.
Yeah.
It's been a thing. It's always been a thing. Okay, so let's see. What is this all about? Everyone basically just not having faith in this sort of advisory board of people who are the Federal Vaccine Advisory Panel.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
I hate it. I was talking to Grandpa yesterday, and a month bill come in for his cancer. And luckily, he had good enough insurance, but his bill was $122,000 just for the month before last. And for a CDC to approve a vaccine within what? Would they approve it in 3 months?
Yeah, there's too many unanswered questions, even for people who are like just partly skeptical. Like you don't have to be all the way on the quote anti-vax or whatever you want to demonize the opposite side. You don't have to be all the way there to be like, well, hey, is there any way we can answer some of these questions that I got? Like,
Well,
is it?
I'm gonna state this. I did get vaccinated because it eased my grandfather's mind.
Sure, you had somebody
And
that it mattered, right?
yeah, I mean, if it would have been for me, nah, I wouldn't have got the vax. But if it made him feel safe with him and his elder girlfriend, it made him feel safer us being around. So we just went ahead and got it done. But as far as me just going out and getting it, I wouldn't. I don't believe.
Well, I fully believe there are and were good reasons to have them.
Good
It's just
intentions.
that right, but yeah, I think I brought this up before, but and not for us to sit here and dwell on vaccines forever because we got plenty of things to talk about. But I think anything out there that we know of, like a formula, and that goes for like food, Kraft mac and cheese. Let's take that. Do you think Kraft mac and cheese is the same Kraft mac and cheese today as it was 50 years ago?
Nope.
No. Like it's a different formula, different ingredients. Everything's different, but we think of it as the same. right? And
Yeah,
that's that goes for everything, right? Yeah. So
everything.
embrace the Rumble Creator Program. Hey, look, that's where I'm in here, Rick. I'm here, Rick. We're live right now on Rumble, Rick. Come on over. Come stop through. I should say live right now, Rick. Come stop. He's
That's
one of the
right.
Rumble, one of the Rumble team. I'm not sure how high up he goes and thing. But what I wanted to do was search real quick here. Health. I like to search around on X because there's a lot of really good sources here versus
I
like
find
Facebook.
my, I find myself looking at X more than I do anything else, really.
Okay, that doesn't seem like health rioting news. Yeah, I don't know if we really want to touch on the riots. Honestly, I'm going to look into the fires in Canada. I mean,
Yeah,
look, there's plenty of reason to talk about the riots, but this is not really the show for that. I'm going to try to stick to, and obviously, you could relate it to health if people are getting hurt, but that's not. I mean, I'm not trying to stretch it thin like that. This show is mostly to like look at our food and our medical and health
medicine.
industry and our wellness and find out what the news of the day is on those topics, like because that pertains to everybody, right? um let's see. Canada fires. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, I got a call from Florida. Let me just pass that up.
That's a missing. Am I spelling Canada wrong?
I seen a clip where they was at a logging camp and they had to get in the sea can
uh,
to survive the fires.
I search Canada fires and you get these. Oh, that's
Vaping.
me. It's a meme, actually. Canada and Minnesota. Kind of makes sense, actually, but it's not funny. I'm trying to find out information. These are people just hashtagging it. All right, I should probably just search it somewhere else. We'll find it. Let's see. Let's just go away from X altogether. Let's check out Farm Week now, real quick. Like we'll check out the headlines because sometimes there's one that really grabs me. FBL launches Farm Bill Working Group. Okay, interesting. Shauna, good morning.
Good morning. I can't see all the comments. Good morning.
I'm looking at Facebook and Rumble.
Yeah.
I don't. Nobody else has commented on Rumble. It's all right. People will trickle in as we get past all the good stuff and into the wheel.
Yeah.
Hey, Twisted, what's up? Good morning. Chris,
Twisted.
Christian County student runner up in pork issue meet. In, in pork issues meet. Runner up must be a competition they have. Like there's this whole other world, you guys, with farming, with these
No,
like
yeah.
state fairs and these competitions, and they get like vegetable competitions, hog competitions. Every animal you got, there's a competition for something of it.
Rabbits, chickens. Hell, the 4-H down here, they'll if you start young in 4-H, they'll give a kid 25 chickens every year to raise 4 or 5 just to show.
Hmm. This is interesting. Meat exports strong despite tariff uncertainty. See, this is just okay, and I'm not going to say it proves anything, but it is lending to my way of thinking is that the tariffs are not going to be nearly as bad as what some of the expectations are on at least people who are more uncertain or more scared about it. I'm not trying to be too divisive on that issue, but I don't think it's going to be what they were worried about. But that's just one point of data there. That's not it's not proof of anything. That guy's interesting. Looks happy though. Looks like a happy guy. Probably really rich. Looks like a guy somewhere high up. Let's see. He's a Vaden confirmed as deputy ag secretary. Okay, that seems like big news. That was 19 hours ago. USDA's new number 2 previously served in the department under the first Trump administration. Okay, so they got somebody back that they had before. I don't know anything about Vaden, but that's news for sure. June temperature pattern, part of battle between spring and summer. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's happening between spring and summer, but we felt like it was. I felt like it was spring up until like yesterday. All of a sudden, summer
It
came in. Like,
went
whoa,
straight in.
yeah, came in like fast, hard, and with no lube, and a little late.
Yeah.
Education, scholarship honors farmer community leader, U of I grad, University of Illinois. The Phil B. Jones Family Scholarship will support local high school students with who attend UI UC. Look at this. Now this is like it gets to the boring part, like crop watchers, right? They're watching
Yep.
corn, soybean, and wheat. Corn,
Yep.
soybean, and wheat. Corn, soybean, and wheat. Hey, what's up, Ted? Ted, you want to pop up and or Twisty? Anybody that wants to pop up, you're welcome to come up. I'm trying something a little new this Wednesday. I feel like we could use more people to weigh in on some of the stories we're finding. And don't worry, I don't dwell on anything too long. We're not trying to get into
Heated
deep
debate.
debate, but we're just looking at what's going on right now. What is happening with our food, with our health and wellness? Ag has an acute succession challenge.
Acute succession.
1980s farm crisis didn't just impact balance sheets; it changed people's interest in being involved in agriculture.
That was
Okay,
a hard time in the 80s.
yeah, and I think right now is another such time where maybe food isn't necessarily scarce for us yet, but I think we've been feeling the pressure for a good, I want to say 10 years. I feel like that seems like a exaggeration, but probably about 10 years where hey, things are getting a little bit wacky in the world. Why not learn to grow a little bit of your own food? Because I birthed my whole idea of what I'm doing, and I honestly I feel like it was given to me more than my idea. I'm just driving the ship over here. And the the thoughts were coming back then, like, oh man, I'm seeing all this division back with I don't even want to start naming names because people just it's going to associate things. But about 10 years ago, you're like probably a little more than that, thinking about being more um, fantasizing about having that farm and having that space where you can do what you want.
That
Um,
more self sufficiency.
Yeah, but now we're starting to feel we're feeling a lot more pressure of, well, shit, you may not be able to go to the grocery store tomorrow. You're gonna have to find some way to get calories.
Yep. That's why
Just the
I
way
mean
it is.
I guess I get so excited when stuff start coming off in the garden. I love it.
Oh, there's an echo. Thanks, Ted, for telling me. I believe I know how to fix it. Are you playing music in the background?
Oh yeah, it is going. Hang on. I turned it down. I didn't know what I thought it turned it off.
It's not too bad. I'm always paranoid, man. People will
Yes.
just come at me. It's like there's people I know, and I'm not no name no name is needed in the audio in the comments right now, but they can seem to listen to music all the time. Although you've got like 100 accounts too, don't you? There, you're on Rumble now too. What's up, my guy? Okay, so all right, let me reshare this in without the echo. It's my fault.
But no, I absolutely love growing my vegetables. I absolutely love knowing that when I get out in the hayfield, which is I'm fixing to start today, that I'm gonna get paid either in good money or good fresh farm beef or pork, and I don't have to go buy it.
Uh-oh.
Ooh boy, that looks bad.
Actually, I think this is a delicacy.
It is in some
I think
countries.
Mexico. I think in Mexico you can eat it. Last week, it was widely reported that two Chinese nationals had been charged in federal court in Michigan for allegedly smuggling an agricultural pathogen. Oh, okay, this is not what I thought it was. Into the United States, that is responsible for billions in economic losses worldwide each year. Oh,
Oh,
oh, I see. So this has been happening for a while, but last week, it was reported that they'd been charged. Okay, I see. Let me read into this.
did
What
you
was
see
it?
where that Chinese lab for I think it was Chicken Tyson or something had E. coli, malaria, and SARS, I think, in a vial in their refrigerator in the plant.
Oh,
So
nice.
I seen that
Have it
some.
right there on hand, ready to go, huh?
Yeah,
What wasn't widely reported was that this pathogen is already here, and sometimes that farmers have been accustomed to dealing with it for decades. What? Okay, now this is getting interesting. The fungus in question, Fusarium graminarium, graminarium, is native to North America and well known, even if its scientific Latin name isn't. Most U.S. farmers are more apt to simply calling it scab or head blight when it infects wheat or gib, short for Gibberella ear rot, when it infects corn. Gib, scab, or head blight.
mm.
You ever heard those phrases? I've never heard either one, any of those, but
Not even
blight.
with corn.
I've heard blight. People see that news story. The news stories that I first read made it seem like it was a new pathogen coming in. That's not the case, said Damon Smith, University of Wisconsin Extension Field crops pathogenist, during a phone interview with DTN. Fusarium is widespread. I mean, it's everywhere. You could probably go out in your yard and find Fusarium in dirt. It's that common. We've been dealing with it in the Midwest since like 1990. Okay, so somebody brought it in 1990. Is that what you're telling us? Um,
Mm.
in wheat, Fusarium head blight is considered the most economically important wheat disease in North America. It reduces both yield and grain quality, producing mycotoxins
My cocks.
that affect human and animal health. Fungal spores are carried to the wheat heads and can be abundant during wet weather. Most infectious Most infections occur during flowering because anthers and pollen serve as a food source for the fungus. Head blight is
Yeah.
more severe in reduced or non-till fields. What or no-till? What? It's more severe in reduced or no-till fields. What? I've been all about the no-till fields lately. What is going? What? They want us to
Yeah.
not. They want us to keep tilling, especially if wheat, flour, corn in the rotation. Hmm. Well, that
You know,
doesn't sound fun.
well, being I deal with hay quite a bit here lately. That's anything. You feed cattle. Uh, if you go out there and you plant a field of sorghum, or you go out there and plant a field of weed, or a field of what's that other? Anyway, you plant something that you're gonna make silage for cattle. You got to cut it just like hay. You got to dry it because if it's not dry, you bale it or you put it up wet. That's where you get the mold, the funguses, and all that shit in your feed, and it will kill your cattle. It will kill your livestock. It will kill you. But now, when they
Hmm.
ferment it, they put the enzymes in there to give it the good stuff, so it does break it down and it gives the cat the herd what it needs. But the natural, like you can take regular corn and make moonshine out of it. All you got to do is put it in a little bit of water and let it sour because corn has the sugars natural
Hmm.
and it has the yeast in it. It has to break down and build the yeast, but it can make its own yeast. Same way with wheat, sorghum, mullein, any of that you might cut for cattle or horses.
They go on to talk more about the fungus itself and how what it looks like on the plant. Smith added that because of decades of experience managing fusarium diseases, the U.S. agricultural industry has a system in place to protect the food supply. Uh, Probably sprays and chemicals, right?
Yeah,
Agronomically, plant breeders have worked to increase fungal resistance in wheat varieties and corn hybrids. Agronomically, or do they mean genetically? Or agronomically, does that mean they did it over time and like the old fashioned way, or
yeah. They
you would
bred
think
it
they
in.
would do it in a lab, but I guess breeding, yeah, that's a good way to say it. Bred it in.
Yeah, they
Um,
bred it in, but it'll be in the lab. Yeah, they'll breed it in.
Oh, sure, in a lab coat. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It could do both, a little bit of both. Fungicides have been developed to prevent these fungal diseases or reduce their severity. Yeah, careful with fungicides. And testing protocols have been established at elevators and other points along the grain stream to ensure that mycotoxin or mycotoxins levels remain within safe guidelines. Another reason why I don't like wheat here in Wisconsin, if I talk to a farmer about fusarium head blight, they'd be like, "We deal with that all the time," Smith said. Our dairy farms are very cognizant of vomitoxin. Vomitoxin. It's funny. Nutritionists are testing every day for it. Hmm. So I wonder if there's any animal or anything that can eat it. Maybe find something that can eat it, and then boom, it becomes a source of nutrition to something.
Probably a possum or coon, raccoon.
Goat.
Yeah, well,
I'm
no,
thinking
that'd
of
be bad
something
for
domestic. Hmm?
that. Oh, something domestic. Oh, it's so hard because you give that to chickens, that that fungus in there could cause respiratory infections. Same way with cattle, horses, and goats, and all that stuff.
Let's see. I don't think we're live on locals tonight. Okay, or today. So those are the only ones that commented on Rumble so far. You can also get on this wheel if you comment over on X underneath the post. Their sprays, yeah, will help the plant but kill the human body. Yeah, I feel that, Bill. That sounds like a problem. Good morning, Wera. Hey, how are you?
It does get to
Um,
be a pain in the ass just to have to spray pesticides just to grow your own food, but we have so many things that has been brought in or has come in from say up north due to fires, forest fires. These forest fires like you're talking about, it just don't affect one area. It pushes shit out.
right. I wanted to find some information on the forest fires.
I'm gonna have to mute the notifications on this.
Let's see. Um, that's not what I wanted to do. Why is it doing that? I'm scrolling down and it keeps scrolling to the side. I want to go down, please. This is from 2 days ago. National news: multiple wildfires raging across Western Canada. What I heard was that I want to say 100 of these they're linking to human starting them
Oh,
to,
wouldn't
I don't know if I don't know if I would call it arson, but human caused. Um,
human failure. I think that first video is the one I was telling you about, them guys having to be in a sea can.
I'm just trying to find any like today information about it, but it seems to be hard. National two
It was a
dead
month. That was a
in
month ago.
Manitoba. That's a month. Yeah, you're right. Hmm. Let's see this one from 2 days ago. Let's see what this is about from CTV News. Guess I've heard of them. It's not a story; it's a video. Okay, well I'm not trying to watch the video.
I think that's the one where they had to survive in the sea can just to make it through the fire because they uh, they blocked all the exits all the escape routes because they had to.
Canada relocates hundreds of wildfire evacuees in Niagara Falls due to space constraints. Indigenous communities heavily impacted by wildfires evacuation efforts criticized some 30,000 people evacuated from wildfires in 3 provinces.
Dang.
This is coming from Reuters. Um, Niagara Falls, Ontario, June 9th. As wildfires engulf Manitoba's remote north in late May, Joseph Gary, 63, fled the Matthias Column Cree Nation Indigenous Reserve. Let me try to read that one more time. Matthias Column Cree Nation Indigenous Reserve. Interesting. Also known as
Yeah, get that one right.
Pukatawagan. That's probably easier than all those other damn words. Pukatawagan. I mean,
a wagon on a helicopter.
Wagan. Yeah, on a helicopter. Interesting. With other evacuees, he took 3 separate government flights before boarding a bus to find shelter in Niagara Falls. Okay, so this was so they're talking about this guy who got through the first fires that were a while back, like a few months ago, and then he just only to get relocated again. It sounds like. Manitoba is struggling with the largest ever fire evacuation effort as of Monday. Manitoba government reported over 21,000 registered evacuees and 28 wildfires, on which 10 acres classed as out of control.
Good morning, Margaret.
Out of control. Hey, good morning, Margaret. Oh yeah, Twisted. Tell them. Come on over to Rumble. Your comments will be on screen like Margaret's just popped up. I'm sure I could get a bot to do both, but it's okay. I like how it does it inside the studio. More than 700,000 hectares are burning in the 7 largest fires alone, including the largest blaze near the community of. This is just one province. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have fires in multiple provinces right now. Community of Flin Flon, which measures 307,000 hectares and definitely remains out of control, according to provincial governmental officials. Early evacuees took shelter in community and sports centers in Winnipeg, but the province cities are running out of space, forcing officials to turn to other locations such as Ontario's Niagara Falls, which has ample hotels. Just going to pack all the hotels. That is interesting. It's like, especially a city that doesn't have like a big event going on. I mean, I guess most cities always have some kind of event happening, right?
Yeah, sometime usually.
Like the idea, they want to bring money in. Around 2,000 evacuees from Manitoba and 500 from Northern Ontario are staying in 4 hotels. That's a small number compared to the 30,000 people.
Yeah.
Video shared by residents with Reuters showed military and civilian helicopters buzzing back and forth over the remote community of roughly 3,000 people landing on the school-fled field as thick wildfire smoke developed. The area in flames inched nearer the dozens of people huddled inside the Chinook military helicopter. Wow. She saved her little babies.
Aww.
At one point, a pilot warned Gary and 100 others waiting to board the fire was only half a kilometer away, being pushed closer by the wind. Oh, snap. Half a kilometer. That's it's like a foot and a half away.
Yeah.
Or a kilometer. Never mind. I was thinking of of a meter. Okay. Don't use your fancy Canadian
math.
No, but no, that's like invisible range for sure.
Yeah.
To tell you the
I had
truth,
to look up a hectare. I forgot what a hectare was.
Hectare, yeah, it's it's like so many acres.
It's a little over. It's just a little under 3 acres.
Okay.
For a hectare.
I know a hectare. He's a good guy.
Well, he wasn't that good of a guy, but
Uh,
not the one I knew. The one I
wah,
knew.
wah, wah. Look, I'm full of dad jokes over here. I like dad jokes. Not finding the live on Rumble, just past videos. Bill, you might be checking. You got to find. Well, did you click that link that Twisted put in there? I don't know if it's a link. I can't click it myself.
Let me see.
Um, but yeah, Bill, if you find my profile, see, you might have searched. Might have searched something else, but at the indoor farmer should find it. So anyway, I think I'm gonna keep checking this out. It sounds like it's affecting our air quality, of course, and a lot of some people have died now, and all sorts of displacement. This isn't good. And then
Yep.
down here we have everyone wanting to riot, and it's like, well, would you rather be fleeing from fires or riots? I don't know. Let's see which one comes out first. Indigenous Service Canada, which managed the evacuation, said emergency response is a shared responsibility. First response is generally up to local authorities. Well, yeah, they didn't help. They didn't come to help right away. Yeah, because they have local authorities first.
There's steps.
Yeah, date to return home is uncertain, of course, and it's obvious. Need more coordination. Yeah, probably had some issues with logistics. Well, I'm glad I found some information on it anyway. Oh, look, we were looking up the Connors last night. Oh, and hey, here's my let's game night. Come in on Sunday if you're interested in game night. Here were some of the police lineups that we were using. There's a whole bunch more down the list.
Oh yeah.
20 prizes. It's gonna be a good one. All right, let's check out foodandwine.com. Take a little break from the upsetting news and see what they have to say. Here's how to dine out in France. Nah, I'm good on that. 14 game-changing people, products, and companies. We could check that out, I guess. It seems like a game changer.
That's what it sounds like.
That's wrong. Okay, here it is. We'll go to marijuana moment in a little bit. Game changer. Look, you better change my game over here. 14 game changer. Did I look at some of these already? I think we might have checked this out last week. I'm not sure. Yes, we did look at these last week. All right. Well, it was a good one. Just wasn't memorable, I guess. Is mushroom coffee worth the hype? Ooh, that's a good. This could be good. Let's see, because there's a lot of hype out there about mushroom coffee. Shouts out to 1775.com, coffee.com. You are the change. Oh, you are too. Let's go. Oh, is that you, Bill? Oh, what's up, man? All right. Truth behind the trend you keep seeing on your feed. Look, they've somehow able to. Is that pepper or cinnamon
Make
maybe?
a cinnamon or a cocoa mushroom.
Cocoa, yeah, could be it.
Probably cinnamon though. I bet you.
More than likely. Key points. We'll see. We don't have to read the whole article. I like the key points here. Mushroom coffee merges coffee with functional mushroom extracts. So there is actual coffee in there. Is that what? Okay, that's still not answering that question. Including lion's mane, chaga, reishi, cordyceps, and turkey tail, with the aim of providing benefits such as enhanced focus and boosted immunity. Yeah, I mean, I like those aspects of it, but I wondered why they were calling it coffee. But I guess it says it merges coffee. That doesn't really. That's not that clear. Let's see. Typically contains less caffeine than regular coffee. Okay, about 40 to 60 milligrams per cup, providing a milder energy boost with fewer jitters. So there is some coffee in there. I don't know. What do you think? Is that what it's telling us?
There's at least some caffeine in it.
Right. There's the least caffeine, and they must be
I
doing that
mean,
with.
it's talking. It contains less caffeine than regular coffee. It still ain't said nothing about coffee in it, but
Well,
just
generally,
caffeine.
this doesn't even make sense, or that it would be a takeaway. While generally safe, mushroom coffee may present risk for some individuals, including potential interactions with medications. Well, that's like,
That's it.
yeah, I mean, we have every medication has side effects, and a lot of people may or may not be able to drink coffee at all with medication. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually get into it. See, maybe somebody knows in the comments. For the sub, oh, $2, $2 super chat. Thank you, Twisted, for that. I think I'm clicking on the right thing. I'll put your comment up on screen for us for the Rumble rant. I should call it Rumble rant. And thanks, Bill, for you subbed to my Rumble. Thank you. These beverages are certainly not new. Ancient Chinese text refers to reishi as the king of herbal medicines. It seems that fungus-focused drinks are going mainstream. Yeah, no, we're just bringing back things that make sense, and then people are marketing them and turning them into real products. And you know what? I hate to say it,
New
but I feel like
products.
that's what happened when we first started having, I can't think of a, maybe 200 years ago when we first started having these companies growing in America and turning, what did they do? They took products that people made and then made them commercialized. So
Tried
like,
and true products
right.
and market it. That's all they done.
Exactly. But then over time, they kept adding different, like, so look at tobacco twists, right? That's a big crop we grew, and people who had, used it back in the early settler days and stuff. Or, well, I guess maybe a little later than that. But
My
anyway,
daddy still chewed twist, full
oh,
twist.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
When he passed away. So
that's funny because I didn't know that people still did that, still had that practice going on.
yeah.
So what is mushroom coffee? Let me see if they actually go into it a little bit more. Mushroom coffee is exactly what it sounds like, a warm coffee drink made with mushrooms. A warm coffee drink. Okay, so they're calling it a coffee drink. I don't. Mushroom
With
coffee
no
usually
coffee.
combines ground coffee beans. There it
Okay.
is, with powdered extracts. Okay, answered my question. That's all I wanted for.
That's
Powdered
where the
extracts.
coffee comes in.
So there is some coffee beans. It's just that it's going to be a little less coffee beans than coffee would have because they have to pack in all that other stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. For the longest time, I thought that there wasn't coffee in there, and they're just calling it a coffee drink. Mystery solved. Solving mysteries up in here. Get early bird tickets for Charleston. Tastiest weekend. Anybody near Charleston? Out on that East Coast, Twisty?
Food and wine. Hmm.
Hey, what's up, Jason? Yeah, I don't always agree with the food and wines lean on certain things, but I like that it's a good website for quite a few different sort of not so serious food news. Save hundreds with this $16 cold brew coffee maker. Cold brew. Okay, so what if I go over here? We can go to news, and we can pick a certain category, like I don't know, restaurant news, bars, fast food, lots of fast food news. Why would we ever need so much fast food news? Yeah, look at that. That looks crazy, covering the whole country. Where does fast food hit your wallet hardest? These cities lead the pack. What? Fast food's supposed to be the cheap stuff. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not it's not that cheap anymore, but you compare it to other things. Mountain
Well, I
Dew?
mean, if you think about it, you take two to Sonic, it takes $25 just to eat a Sonic.
Yeah, easy.
And you can go out and buy a damn nice steak and a sack of taters and have you a daggum steak and baked potato for about the same price.
I went and took my son to a buffet last night. I thought we're gonna treat ourselves. I have an issue today that I have to wait for a plumber. So I'm hoping that they may actually call me in the middle of this. By the way,
Yeah.
so if he's here at that time, but it was like they gave me from 11 to 3. So Anyway, I have an issue with the plumber, so I'm like, I can't, or with my house plumbing, not inside the house, but going to the street. And we're like, well, we're just gonna go eat out. So we went to this buffet. Hadn't been to this new buffet, Golden Buffet, and I wasn't impressed. Just saying, wasn't
You know,
impressed.
back when I was, shit, I think I was like 20 years old. I was working in Camden, Arkansas, at an IP mill. Was shutting down, rebuilding the number one boiler. We went down to Camden, and they had just opened a new Ryan's. You know, the big Ryan's buffet they used to have.
Never heard of it.
Well, it was kind of like
A big
Golden
chain,
Corral.
right?
Yeah, it was a chain, but it was a buffet chain. And that was the best place I ever ate in a long time. But like you go back a week later and it was shit because, they
Hmm.
open it up and they get you hooked on good food, but then they just start going, the quality goes down.
There's something about the people they bring in. I've seen this at other restaurants where they bring in ringers, like these people who are really good at starting up the store, and they have like a really good product at that point. And then once it gets taken over by the local employees that are supposed to actually run the store, suddenly, like I saw that at Five Guys back when I would eat more food like that. Five Guys burgers and fries. When they had one open up years ago, everyone was such a big deal. You go in there when they first opened, they had this guy behind the counter like being funny and just like yelling and talking to people and keeping them entertained and all this stuff, right? And it was all just this like show for when they first start for like a week or whatever, and then it's back to not like just super greasy, not good food.
Yeah.
Um, so there's some interesting stories here. Like this, it's funny that they really go out of their way to tell you about McDonald's snack wrap coming back, and then right after that they said if you miss McDonald's snack wrap, you need to try Popeye's version. Like, well, okay, you just want us to go everywhere. So these places are probably paying restaurants like this to write
Oh,
stories about them.
oh,
Chick-fil-A's new frozen summer. They all have a frozen summer drink. Dunkin' summer drink just dropped. So there's two stories about Dunkin'. Sorry, iced coffee. Sonic's or creamy lemonade is new summer. All the summer drinks are out in the summer. This McDonald's snack has become a national craze, but it's off the menu. That's an old
oh,
ass sign. McDonald's just says hamburgers.
yeah.
All the all the Memorial Day weekend food deals and snag this weekend. Interesting. You might want to check that out. Memorial Day coming up. Or no, that's not Memorial. It's a Father's Day this weekend,
Yeah.
so
That was
that's not
what.
going to help us, is it? So it must be an old story. Burger
Yeah.
King's new How to Train Your Dragon menu. Oh, look, you can get a toy. There you go. This is America's favorite burger chain, according to 119,000 Yelp reviews. I'm interested to see what that says.
Now, look at that burger. Why in the world would you want to eat a burger that big?
I don't know. That seems like a 3 day meal nowadays. Honestly, I can eat.
And that's without fries. 3 days for me.
And
Shoot.
fries are on it. Or no, those are onion rings or something. They just put it. They skip the extra container for fries and they make the burger include it. Excitable. They're excitable. It's all right. Julio, what's up? Doing well. Thank you for coming in. Hang out for the door prize. John. Hey, what's up, Jason? Michael Sutter, what's up, my guy? Guys, anybody is welcome up. You just have to navigate the Rumble Studios. We're doing something different on Wednesdays. I think I'm going to offer, anybody to come up and you know put in a little bit of their opinion on what's happening in the world with our food and such. These two long lost Sonic slushies. No, no. McDonald's is hiring 375,000 workers at the benefits go away beyond a paycheck. And the benefits go away beyond a paycheck. What does that mean?
Yeah. Well, get your ice cream machine working first.
Says they're hiring 375,000 workers, and the benefits go way beyond. I wasn't reading that right. That's why I had to read that one more time. They go way beyond a paycheck, so you get big fringe benefits now at Mickey D's, I guess. Don't sleep on these three McDonald's hacks,
You think if they're going to hire 375 new people, they get some of them in there churning ice cream?
right? You need to have like a McDonald's. They need to create. You know what? Out of like, it would be funny and it would be kind of a troll thing, but also interesting for McDonald's to come out with its own like ice
Hand
cream
cheese.
stand. No,
Yeah.
like it's like a separate like a little building that like serves ice cream.
Well, yeah.
Put it somewhere. I don't know, or maybe like a food truck. I don't know. Never mind. That doesn't sound right. Moving on. Krispy Kreme kicks off Pac-Man's 45th anniversary with the new donuts. I'm not gonna lie; those look pretty cool,
They do look pretty
but I
cool.
don't think I want to eat them. That one looks crazy, like little candied ghosts on it or something.
It looks like it's super, super rich too.
Yes, like probably like all Krispy Kreme, like that big
Even that
old glob of
dipping.
green frosting on that. It's
Yeah.
like a
That
piece of cake. That's a piece of cake right there, man. That ain't a donut. How some veggie burgers have stood the test of time at fast food restaurants? Probably not. Probably not so much. I'm just guessing. The semi-secret McDonald's item is the best thing on the menu. Sounds interesting, but not that
some
interesting. All right, let me move on to a couple of these that I opened up. America's favorite burger, according to 100 or burger chain, favorite burger chain, according to 119,000 Yelp reviews. Like, there's going to be a whole like long like article. I just want to know the answer, man. Top burger chain 2025 from Yelp. Key point. Okay, here we go. Yelp released a list of the top 25 burger chains in the U.S. based on user reviews, factoring in quality, speed, customization, and consistency. The ranking is highlighted regional preferences, with the different chains topping the list in the West, Midwest, South, and Northeast. Only burger chains with 100 plus locations in multiple states were considered using data from Yelp's vast archive of customer feedback. All right, where's the takeaway of who was? Damn it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, how many
In-N-Out Burger.
how many cities has over 100 burger joints in it? Not very damn many.
I
Or
don't think it
state.
was a city thing. I think it was these different regions when they were talking about the where is it? The West, Midwest, South, and Northeast
Only burger chains with 100 plus locations in
in
multiple
multiple
states.
states.
That's what I don't get. I
We'll
mean,
consider.
hell, there's a lot
I
more
see what you
mom and
mean.
pops.
I
Yeah,
see what
there's
you
a
mean.
lot more
That
mom and
sounds weird.
pops out there. I'd like to eat that.
It does sound weird. Yeah, and that does kind of take out all of the single places that are just
Mom
awesome
and
burgers.
pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So In-N-Out Burger looks like it listed, which boasts more than 119,000 reviews on it of its 400 plus locations, secure the top spot in Yelp's report. Okay, no, I don't think I've ever been In-N-Out at an In-N-Out Burger,
Me either.
known for its saucy animal style fries and double burger stacks. Double burger. What is that? 4 burgers?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That doesn't sound like something I could eat.
That's a
California-based restaurant, which has been serving burgers since 1948, attracts diners for reasons beyond social media hype, as Yelp Trends expert Tara Lewis tells Food and Wine. It doesn't look that special.
It looks like a factory patted hamburger patty.
I don't see any cheese. Well, those might not have it, but maybe that one, this
It
bottom
looks
right.
like it's melted right there between the onion and the
That one
bottom
does,
patty.
yeah. The other ones don't
But,
look like any.
but look how red the tomatoes are. They're kind of orange.
This whole
Faint.
screen kind of like an orangish red vibe
Yeah,
with the trays behind it, and should have went with black trays. Yelp crowned. Wow, what did you get for that award? I wonder. Diabetes.
high
Was that the only?
cholesterol.
All right, I guess that was the only story I thought was worth looking at. let's check it out. Well, first of all, let's see what kind of time we're sitting at. Okay, we're right at an hour. Good. We can do our number wheel spin for locals members. In fact, let's go check and see who added themselves on the numbers. Let's go. We have Twisted at the top of the list. Anybody else jump in? Okay, Twisted was number 12. No one else jumped in. Okay. That's okay. Oh, I need to see 7 and 3 need to be kept off of there. And number 12. Five Guys is amazing food still. Still food wise. Well, not the one we have. It just kind of went way downhill. Hey, Mama Rochi, what's up? I see you on the Rumble.
Mama Ruchi. I gotta let these
Oh,
pups
hey,
in.
we have a spammer,
Yeah, I seen that.
a religious spammer. I'm gonna read it. The Creator of heaven and earth, Lord God Almighty, coming soon. Repent, ask Christ into your heart. Be born again. Emptiness, void in soul, and fear of death gone true. Love, joy, peace, and everlasting life found. Dom, I'm not going to add you on the wheel. I'm sorry, brother, but I did read your comment because it wasn't spam. It was just a little off. I'm not sure. Let's see if Don says anything else. Don, can you tell me why you came in and said that, Don? Are you trying to spread the word? Spreading the word? All right, guys. Good luck to the locals members. You can sign up for $2 a month. You can support your boy, and you can also get in on all these awesome prizes and game shows and perks and all the good stuff. The exclusive content over on the indoorfarmer.locals.com. Good luck. Oh, what was that? Was that Backstreet Boys? Your ringtone?
Hardy.
Oh,
Jeff Hardy.
I'm just kidding. I don't really. Is that a country guy?
Yeah, well, I don't know. He's some of that newer kind of
I
country.
gotcha. Kind of a fusion going on. We've got rappers, country rappers now. Like
It's like
everybody's kind of
Eric.
mixing up. Yeah.
It's like what's that one? Uh, I don't know.
Oh, hey,
He
Rose.
just yeah.
Sorry, saying hi to Rose.
I can't remember, but it's just some used to be unwell known artist, but he's coming pretty popular now.
Oh, hey,
Wayne Will.
Margaret. Did you? I'm sorry, Margaret. Did you use the reply function? Because you can actually reply to people on Rumble within the if you're on the computer, you can reply to the comments. I think the dots, or maybe you right click it. I'm not sure. Number 12. We know who that is. I don't have the song lined up, but it'd be cool. I should add that in here. Twisted Cannabis Prize every Sunday on game night, and now he gets some of that karma back. So congrats, Twisted. Let me write this down.
Well, I hate to come and run, but I think I'm gonna jump off here. I got to start getting my
Sure,
cooler and stuff ready and get ready to hit the hay fields.
not a problem, man. I'm just about to get to the good stuff, the cannabis website, But
Well, I hate
I
to
hope you have a
run.
good day, man.
Well, it's gonna be warm, but it's gonna be a good day because I'm gonna be outside. So,
Right, I need to do that myself.
all
We'll see you
right,
later, Mikey.
all right. Much love, everybody. We'll catch you on the
Thanks
flip.
for helping me out, hanging out. Appreciate it.
Hey, no worries, brother. No worries.
I like to have more perspectives, just like we do on Thursdays. People in the boxes. But on Wednesdays, it's all about farming, growing, health, wellness, and I think having more perspectives on that up on the screen is really a good idea too. So I think every Wednesday I'm going to have this offer out there. Anybody out there who wants to come up, you can sesh, you can hang out and bullshit, but you can also, input in what, give your input on the stories that we find. Okay, Twisted. I marked you off already. You got yourself an indoor farmer coupon. Let's go. So you won. I'll even tell you. Heck. Hey, you won. Congrats and stuff. There you go. Congrats and stuff. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, we do have the door prize to get to, but we will first. I want to go check out marijuanamoment.net, see what the news of the day from them on the psychedelics and cannabis information. Oh, interesting. Mike Tyson promotes his marijuana brand during DEA lab visit following a meetup with Trump. Interesting. Okay. From 3 hours ago, Mississippi Indian tribe approves marijuana referendum, making it first jurisdiction in the state posed to legalize. Interesting. Indian or Indiana tribe. Mississippi Indian or Indian. What? Wait, I thought we weren't supposed to say Indian. The Mississippi Indian tribe. Interesting. Did I just blaspheme? Am I getting canceled now? Anyway, first jurisdiction in the state. So they have a tribe in there that's going to legalize. I thought they were already. This is confusing. This is very confusing. I thought reservations were able to. So this is a tribe in a jurisdiction, but not on a reservation, I guess. Hmm. Anyway, what's this one say? 2 hours ago, Florida lawmakers advanced bill to revoke medical marijuana cards from people convicted of cannabis and other drug crimes. Huh. That seems like they're splitting hairs. They're really trying to make it, you know, if you had cannabis related crimes before it was legal for you to have it medically, then that doesn't make sense to me. That sounds really dumb. Florida going full they really would like to not have medical cannabis at all, I'm guessing, in Florida. Shouts out to Bean Dongo. I know he has it. Is it just me or those actors and musicians trying to ride the canna grower wings since they are washed up and out? Well, yes and no. I think it's a good thing that you have celebrities and even politicians or anybody that will say or promote or advertise that they have their own vineyard or their own garden. It makes it popular. And yes, it may not be them. It might not be Mike Tyson out there with his hands in the dirt, growing the weed. He might. I'm sure. I mean, he probably knows some of it. I'm sure he knows something. But what I like to see is I like to see more celebrities just talking about their little herb garden that they tend to, or something like that. And I'm not saying they all do. I'm saying that there's some out there that probably do have a green thumb, that probably do have like houseplants and have a love for whatever it is being more sustainable. Like there are celebrities that have their own ranches and stuff like that, And I think that aspect of it will help to make things like that popular if we can get them to popularize it. But to your point, though, I mean, I don't think that he's out there for the little guy or anything like that. Tyson created any cannabis product. Well, I'm not saying that he created a cannabis product. He owns a farm. I'm sure he has it's a whole brand now because then the farm naturally started what do you call it? Not producing, but like processing into products. Yeah, let you play a song of theirs if you paid for many times. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, Rose. I mean, I get it. I get your your hatred of Florida. I think Florida has a lot of good things going for it, but this here's definitely something that seems a little bit excessive. I mean, they don't let you get that much marijuana with the medical marijuana card, so I don't think that somebody who's trying to get it for nefarious reasons is going to be able to buy it so much that they can then, you know, sell a whole bunch of illegal, so like I don't know. It seems very um interesting that they're really going so hard because they don't want it to be there at all. And that's I don't know who passed it, but you guys figure it out down there. And yeah, and it's easy for us to look at it from afar and say I don't like Florida or I do like it, but I haven't been there since for like 20 years. I was there for a week one time. So I hope they work it out. It's up to them. See, Colorado governor says bill he signed allowing psychedelic convictions to be pardoned marks a step towards a fairer future. See, now that's the way to go. You go backwards and you pardon convictions that have to do with, hey, I'm just using this as a medicine. Now, you might be, let's be real, let's be perfectly real. Those people who have passed drug charges before the cannabis was legal were probably using it recreationally too. Or you could say there's a percentage, and I would say a fairly smaller percentage of people that were only using it medicinally. Now, I'll just use myself as an example. I do use it medicinally, but I also use it recreationally, and it's hard to parse out the difference. I know some people out there that literally will take use very little like once a week or once a month. Um, that to me sounds like medicinal only, but it's going to be tough to kind of make that distinction between each person. So I don't know. It sounds like they're going a little heavy-handed in my opinion. So I'm on your side on this one, Rose. Nebraska Medical Cannabis Commission holds first meeting just weeks before key deadline. That doesn't sound good. Get it together, Nebraska. Texas GOP Lieutenant Governor's push to ban THC hemp products spurs rare backlash from the right. That's interesting. Let's check this out. It's not a kind of a unusual story. So Texas, you can use THCA, you can use CBD in Texas. I don't know. I think they do have a medical program, but I don't think it's like here's some flower. I think it's like I'm pretty sure it's either pre rolls or it's gummies. It's something pretty, I guess, tame. I do well explaining the difference of what. I'm pretty sure my med card has some kind of limit. Not reached that limit. Yeah, it depends on where you're at. In Florida, I'm sure I know that limit is kind of small because I know someone who lives there and with a medical card. Um, he has home in Florida and grows it. Your podiatrist. So he's able to grow it himself, or is that illegal? China owns farms. Okay, I'm confused here. Let me see if I can figure out what you're saying, Bill. China does own a lot of farmland between the Democrat governors and the Republicans. The latter is against it. Look what they are trying to do in Ohio. Yeah, that's why I said Florida is against it. A lot of Florida is against cannabis, and especially their governor and the government. I'm not I'm not mincing words here. You're glad you're in New York? Okay. New York is New York City or just like the state? Because the city, I don't know. The city sounds a little rough these days. I just want to see where they push back here. Weeks before this year's legislative session began, and before he announced any other priorities, Republican Senate leader said he wanted lawmakers to ban at any cost products that contain the psychoactive compound in weed. Uh, he says weed, or did he mean? I'm sure he didn't say that. You would think he would say marijuana. His target has the multi-billion-dollar hemp industry that has sprouted up thanks to a loophole in 2019 state law that legalized products providing a similar high to marijuana. So these terms are already getting a little mixed up in here. Patrick justified his conviction by contending that retailers had abused that loophole to sell products with dangerous amounts of THC, or uh, he accused the retailers of preying on the state's young people that shop uh, posted near schools and marketing aimed at children. Um, so they just wanted to get kids high. Is that what they're saying? Okay. I couldn't, in good conscience, leave here knowing if we don't do something about this in the next 2 years, how many kids get sick. Patrick said in March. Get sick. Talking about his willingness to force a special legislative session by blocking must pass legislation from making it through the Texas Senate. Ultimately, Patrick got his way. Explosion of backlash. Pressure mounts on the governor to veto a THC ban sent to his death. Okay, so they're pressuring him to veto the bill. Patrick finds himself in an unfamiliar position of taking flack from conservatives against and or activists and media personalities. Yeah, see, this is the thing that people don't realize. Cannabis is not just a Democrat or lefty or hippie thing anymore. It's not just a one-sided issue anymore. There are tons of people who, I wouldn't say necessarily Republican, but MAGA, or people who supported President Trump, that are pro cannabis. And now, like us, don't like us, we're all now kind of molding into this same issue. And I think I've talked about it before. Cannabis is one of the only cultures that are being built, that's being grown from the ground up, from the grassroots, if you will, in America. Um, let's see. Activists and media personalities outside the Capitol, many of whom typically march in political lockstep with a man who's long been a darling of the right. And see the way they're talking, it's just that you can tell that this website is not right leaning. Obviously, they're pushing you in one way, and done more than perhaps any other elected official to drive Texas rightward. See, they're making a mistake thinking that people on the right only want someone to push things more to the right, which doesn't make sense. It's just it's wrong. That's why they're getting this that's why they're confused that they get this pushback, because you know. Anyway, after spearheading the THC ban, Patrick has been accused by some of the right of creating a nanny state and giving Mexican drug cartels a business opportunity to fill demand in the black market. I mean, it's not just coming from Mexico, that's for sure. He has been labeled a booze lobby shill for beer distributors who stand to benefit. That's probably true. And pharmaceuticals, too. Don't forget those guys. A hardline conservative state lawmaker who voted against the ban said it contradicted the Texas mantra of being pro business, pro farmer, and pro veteran. Yep, yep. So there is, but you know what? Well, look. You might be somebody out there who's like, yeah, I hate Republicans. This is great. You might be someone who is a Republican. That might be someone who's MAGA. You might be someone in any of these different sort of camps. But I believe it's good to have this debate, to have this contention, this pushback, because then it forces the debate. It forces them to say, well, does it seem to be, is it something that people should have or not? And then they have to decide whether they want to go with their constituency or go against it. And then you have voting to fix that, right? So anyway, we'll see. Very interesting. It's intriguing to me. This is the official paperwork. I'm not going to read it. No, that's like a tweet or something. Immediate release. Yeah, a lot of people use it now, and it's not just some like dirty thing being sold in the alley next to a school for some reason, that a school has an alley next to it. But yeah, it's that's not the be all end all of cannabis nowadays. So cool. I like seeing stuff like that. Real pushback from people who are in that place and not some kind of manufactured online pushback. You know, the lobbyists are a big problem, Rose. I don't like lobbyists in a lot of reasons. Right. Yeah. I think I think that we are going to see cannabis become a much more centric issue in the uh, years to come. Let me go check in on Facebook here. Sorry, I'm not seeing the Facebook comments. Supplies capped, 192 medical marijuana units, dispensaries. Yeah, they want to cap it, and then they want to slowly make the number go down. Definitely leaves with questions, Bill. I'm not going to disagree with that for sure. 3.5 grams of dry flower, 1 gram concentrate. Yeah, it's different everywhere, and in some places it's almost nothing. Some places it's a lot. You purchase up to a 90-day supply of medical marijuana products at a time. Do they let you come back the next day? That would still be very expensive to try and resale. You guys are going back and forth to Rumble and Facebook. It's hard to read both sides. All right. What else we got? Anything else worth looking at? Oh snap! This sounds interesting. Let's look more in the culture though. Uh, what? Would you guys have thought this? It says marijuana users are nearly 5 times as likely to regularly exercise than eat fast food. A stereotype busting survey shows. Wonder how big this survey was. Survey says. Let's see. So it's a how frequently do you survey. So they only say percentage. They're not giving us not giving I'm not getting a number of people. Survey from NUG MD involved interviews with 603 cannabis consumers. Okay. Um, why do they even have to say this with a plus minus 4 percentage point margin of error? Like on their calculation of how many people they asked? Just count. Am I reading that wrong? Let's see. Meanwhile, last year, a study found that marijuana consumption prior to exercise can lead to greater enjoyment. I actually do like to exercise after having a smoke. It really kind of lets you kind of push yourself a little bit. Um, yeah, no, I agree with that, Rose, for sure. We're healthier. I think it's actually been shown to have prevented different things like respiratory diseases. You smoke marijuana flower in PA. Patients may also purchase marijuana flower, but smoking is illegal. What? That's messed up, Bill. See, meanwhile, last year, a study found that marijuana consumption prior to exercise can lead to greater enjoyment and enhanced runner's high. That's I didn't read that part. And an enhanced runner's high. Well, isn't that just two highs? Another study published in 2023 surveyed 49 runners and found that participants experienced less negative effects, greater feelings of positive effect, tranquility, enjoyment, and disassociation, and more runners high symptoms during their cannabis versus non-cannabis runs. Participants did run 31 seconds slower per mile when using marijuana, but researchers said that that was not statistically significant. They ran 31 seconds slower per mile. 31 seconds, that can be enough to win the race per mile. You run like a marathon of 5 miles, you're looking at a couple 2.5 minutes short. Positive effects of cannabis that the runners reported is consistent with the findings of a 2019 study, which found that people who use marijuana to elevate their workout tend to get a healthier amount of exercise. Older people who consume cannabis are also more likely to engage in physical activity, according to another study that was published in 2020. Okay. Oh, yeah. Similar in another stereotype busting study that was published in 2021, researchers found that frequent marijuana consumers are actually more likely to be physically active uh, compared to their non using counterparts. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to get going on this door prize here, but very interesting. I thought I felt this way myself already that it kind of helps to exercise. Uh, I do want to find out. I can't. I didn't see any more research on this story with the 17 members of the Federal Vaccine Advisory Panel were removed. I don't know anything about it other than what RFK said. See if I can find something. Hmm. Okay, released all 17 members of the CDC Vaccine Advisory Board stating that they were all rife with conflict of interest and nothing more than rubber stamps of an agenda. Now, that is a problem. I mean, if we don't already assume that most of them are bought off by well, that's weird. Seeing a weird bought off by like pharmaceutical industries and stuff like that. That's something that would not be a far stretch. Not saying it is true or not true, but him saying that, it doesn't sound like it's that far of a stretch. That removing the current members, the current Trump administration would not have been able to appoint the majority of new members in 2028. Um, so he's just saying that they want to appoint new members. What's this say? They want to try and restore public trust in vaccines by reconstituting ACIP. Washington, D.C., June 9th, 2025, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services today took a bold step in restoring public trust by totally reconstituting the Advisory Committee for Immunization Practices. That's the ACIP, Advisory Committee for Immunization Practices. Advisory committee that makes recommendations on the safety, efficacy, and clinical need of vaccines in the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention under the leadership of HHS Secretary RFK, and the agency removed the 17 sitting members of the ACIP committee and will replace them with new members currently under consideration. I don't know if we really need to read all of that. Clean sweep is necessary to reestablish public confidence in vaccine science. Well, I don't know if that's going to be enough, to be honest, even for people that support what Kennedy's doing, one way or the other. there's going to be people that are more skeptical now, regardless. ACIP's new members will prioritize public health and evidence-based medicine. Okay, I like evidence-based medicine. The committee will no longer function as a rubber stamp for industry profit-taking agendas until the new guys get bought off, right? The entire world once looked to America's health regulators for guidance, inspiration, scientific impartiality. I got it. Impartiality and impeachable integrity, or integrity. Public trust has eroded. See, I can't scroll down. Only through radical transparency and gold standard science will we earn it back. Well, we'll see. We will see, right? I know some of you are either supportive or not supportive politically, but either way, things are happening with our health and our wellness and inside the officials and the bureaucracy. So something to keep an eye on. So I hope you'll join me each week to come check it out. We don't need to argue about it. We can just read what's happening today. I'll give you my opinions. I'm not shy about that. No worries there. But all right, so let's fill up the wheel for the door prize. I know Margaret went over there. Bill's over there. Rose is over there. Let's see, on the Rumble. Who else is on Rumble right now? I'm not going to add the Don person, but thanks for that comment, Don. We appreciate it. We got Big Mike already. Think we got everybody. Okay, cool. Hope they don't replace them with a conspiracy theorist like Kennedy is. Well, I mean, a lot of people believe different conspiracies. Totally understand some who were forced. Yeah, yep. And that argument goes both directions. You can't just be a stand up on a hill of self righteousness and say I never took the shot and I'm better than you, or on the vice versa side, you can't just say, well, I took it because it's the thing to do and you're the bad person. I mean, there were different reasons on both sides for different people. Now, I will say that there was a lot of propaganda trying to get more people to take it than needed it, whether it worked or not. And now we find out that it had a lot more problems with it than we were led to believe. So there's just too many negatives in there. All right, so let's see. JB, what's up? Come on in. So we're going to go to X real quick and see if anybody commented over there. I see Rose hit it. Smart to hit it while I'm talking about it. But yeah, if you guys haven't hit the like button on Facebook, I'm going to get that in just a minute. We got Margaret, we got Jess, and Rose. Oh, you replied to the wrong post, Rose, but I'll still throw you on here. You engaged with yesterday's show. Yeah, you replied to the show from yesterday. I hit like on it. That's good enough. You're helping out the yesterday's host. X isn't really a great podcast platform yet, so I'm not so worried about it. But I do still promote it, so I hope you'll find me on X if you haven't yet out there. Oh, hey, my camera, come back. Camera, come back. One moment, please. You know, you think you get good equipment, and then stuff happens, right? Well, hey, we're way zoomed in. Why are we so zoomed in? Sprouts passed out. All right, we're back. We're back. Let's get the wheel going here. From Facebook, heading there now. So if you haven't hit it, we should have already hit it. Since I don't have anything playing, my headphones died on me. There's no audio for them to hold on to. All right, let's refresh one time for you guys on the Facebook. Oh wow, the only ad read today is if I get to 100 people, and I believe the algorithm will never let that happen. Or I just don't have 100 people that like me at 10 a.m. All right, copy. Let's go to the wheel and pull it back up. I was going to pull music up, but I guess we're about out of here, so I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't show this story about the gum, remineralizing gum. Uh, I shared it on Facebook, and there was another story I wanted to look at real quick. Oh yeah, we've we've talked about this before. The dolphins that poke the puffer fish in order to get high and get like a toxin. I thought that was funny. So here it is. I don't know if I can play the audio, but here, let's just do this. So Joe Rogan had him on the show and talking about it. I guess they are demonizing this gum. I don't know how good it is, but I wonder why they're not wanting us to have it. That part is kind of freaky. I don't know if this is going to get me, copyright infringed or not, but I wanted to talk about it. Um, Evidently, it's really good stuff. It's maybe not like instant. It's not going to just instantly fix your teeth. Boom. Look at that fix. Who wouldn't want to try this? Even if you don't have any cavity problems, be like dumb not to try this. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see what we think. Tell you guys about it. To Grango Pierre. I don't know. Is that something I read about? I don't think I remember that. Rose of the dolphins, and they play with water rings. Something about dolphins though is that they're responsible for rapes. They rape humans. They'll like somehow like pull you down and rape you. I know that sounds horrific, but dolphins will rape humans. They have a barbed penis that will literally hook into you as they are going to town. You'll send me a link, okay? Thank you. Oh, is this the name of the gum place? It's not loading over here. Is that what you were? Okay, maybe that's what. No, I'm not sure what that was you were talking about, Rose. But if it has to do with this, I want to try some too for sure. They do rape humans, Rose. I promise you. Now, maybe not all of them. Like you can't. I guess you don't want to be scared for every time you see a dolphin, but um, uh, there's a few every year. I don't know how many, but dolphins have exhibited sexual behavior toward humans, which can be unsettling. These behaviors include humping or attempting to mount humans, which which some may interpret as sexual harassment. However, there is no verified case of human being raped by dolphins. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I can stand corrected on this, but at least from one source. Dolphins cannot physically subdue a human, and their anatomy does not allow for penetration. Really? Okay. Maybe I was wrong about this. There's no evidence to suggest that they sexually abuse humans in traditional sense. So maybe someone saw them humping once and then went straight to rape. Holy cow. The attacks are more likely a result of dolphins' social behavior and not a deliberate attack of sexual abuse. Yeah, like a dog humps you for like dominance, right? For example, in Japan, a male Indo-Pacific bottlenose dolphin has been linked to a series of attacks on swimmers, which experts believe may be due to the dolphin's loneliness and sexual frustration. Well, that's why most predators attack. I don't know. The jury sounds like it's still out on this one. They say there's no evidence, but I don't know. Neighbors are more likely. Yeah, I read that. Huh. Interesting. They sexually attack people, but maybe they say they can't penetrate. I heard they had barbed penis. Let's see. Let's see if there's any articles underneath here that they're worth. Okay, so they're standing on the word rape, I guess. So yes, the dolphin may be like a wild animal. I guess can't commit rape is what they're trying to say. Any wild animal. Um, but if you ask me, most animals commit rape in order to procreate. Like watch my little ladybugs riding on the back of the other ladybug, whether she likes it or not. Like just walking around. Like I don't know. It's a weird distinction, I guess, but it is interesting to know that dolphins can sort of attack you, which you think dolphins are pretty docile, right? Or not docile, but friendly. National Geographic channel of her and starts humping away, although there's no clear indication she's sexually aroused or he's sexually aroused. Okay. Dolphins do get sexually aroused, and their sexual apparatus is such. Okay, this is Washington City paper. See, there's a lot of stories about this. People are like, I guess it's a fascination. Sexual coercing among animals. Coercion. Uh, why we absolutely hate dolphins. Dolphins rape their females. Okay, they rape their own. Interesting. Preferably in groups. Rape can go on for days. 3 or 4 dolphins keep her in check with aggressive screams and tail flips while the last one does its thing. Holy shit, you guys. Dolphins are a lot more fucked up than we thought. All animals do not understand the concept of consent. Right, of course. Sexual aggression towards humans been attributed to factors like loneliness, frustration. Yeah, okay. But what would you call it? Attack? Say they attack. They've been known to attack humans. I mean, that's pretty freaky alone, just to know that dolphins have attacked humans when they're in a upset state of mind or whatever. Um, because you think of dolphins as such a friendly lot, just such a friendly lot. Hey, I need to do that. Back, go back there. There we go. All right, let's get going. I'm gonna head over to locals in a minute. Have a little sesh if anyone's interested. Accosted, accosted. Yeah, I guess they're not. Well, I don't know how much damage they're doing, so I guess maybe they're not, going to kill a human, but they definitely have a weird mating ritual amongst each other. That sounds pretty messed up. But you're right. Animals don't have a, sense of, just like dogs will hump their sister without knowing any different. This my little puppy here. He's already trying to mount his sister, and they're 11 weeks old. Like, bro, that's not going to show her dominance. This She can already jump higher than you and fight more than you. His sister is wicked, man. He's not gonna be able to get dominance on that. That's for sure. Hey, Margaret, are you here? Let me go back to Facebook comments, see what's up. That is crazy, Deb, right? Interesting. I heard it's illegal to try. Oh, hey, what's up, Colin? Try communicate with dolphins. What? It's kind of like how whales are super smart. That looks too good to be true. What's that, Margaret? How does it work? I'm missing something there. I don't know what I was talking about when you asked me that, Margaret. Oh, Jess, yeah, before and after the gym for sure. Okay, you are cool, Margaret. Or let me know what you were talking about earlier. What was the how does it work? I must have missed something there. Okay, let's get Margaret's coupon. Congrats. Margaret now has 25, 25 indoor farmer coupons. All right, let's get the banner shut off. I think that was everything. Oh yeah, I wanted to show off. I don't know if anyone sent me any good pictures of plants. Let's see. Mikey says, "Let's grow." Remember, I have a group chat channel. It's a good place to post pictures of your plants and to see links when I go live and stuff like that. If you haven't joined the group itself, it's a private group on Facebook. It's called Maccabees Live Market, presented by Waylon, the indoor farmer. Go join it. Check it out. But we're gonna go check out Miss Sheena. I commented on her post today and said I was wanting to show these pictures that she posted. She's got a lot of really cool. I don't want to play the video. Well, maybe. That's something pretty awesome. Pollinators are gonna love you. Shouts out to Sheena, Chuck. Cool little fountain there. Very cool. Oh, look at that. Prickly but beautiful. Animals ate your veggies? Oh no. Bought some granules to sprinkle around them. That sucks, Rose. Hey, have a good day though. I hope you can recover. Seen dogs humping a light pole. That's a yellow rose. Okay. Hmm. Can you smell that smell that surrounds you? I think we're going to listen to that song first when we go to locals. Ooh, that smell. Look at all the dew on it. That's crazy. Maybe it's after rain. Really cool. I don't know what those are, but they look dangerous to insects. Like they can get down in there and gobble them up. I mean, I'm kidding. It's just a flower, but I want to get some Venus flytraps and stuff. That'd be cool. What in the world is that? I agree with that, Bill. She's got a ton of awesome flowers. That big ass cricket. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Really cool. I didn't actually take the time to look at each one before I decided I wanted to pull them up. Shouts out to Sheena, her awesome tie dyes, and she looks like she posts a lot of pictures that, well, maybe that's just what filled up her main picture thing. Oh no, there's a bunch more flowers all over, and her garden. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, definitely love to see people in the community that have the projects going on and beautiful stuff and useful stuff and practical stuff. All of that. It's awesome. Cool. Well, if you guys haven't done so, American wisteria. I'm not sure that one flower. Yeah, they were looking really cool though. They're oh, quarantine. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know a lot about them. I try. I'm gonna. I'd like to grow outside. I don't have a lot of space outside to do all that kind of stuff. So one day though, one day. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching. If you could, please hit the like button and share it out. Maybe follow the channel if you haven't done so. Go check me out on a couple of different sites, all the free ones. Rumble, X. We're on YouTube. Check out YouTube. We're on, Facebook if you are into the censorship. We're on Facebook. But go check us out on the good sites, the X and Rumble and Kick, and Locals. We're going to be on Locals Live in just a minute. We'll find it at the indoorfarmer.locals.com. We'll be there in less than 2 minutes for a quick sesh. Watch a little Kill Tony, and we'll have some fun. Get about the rest of our day. So see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock Central Time, p.m. at nighttime for people in the boxes. Unless I go do a little live stream in the morning. Well, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for people in the boxes. Thanks, guys. Remember, everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm wailing the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro setup, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing.